Welcome to the MythBusters After Show. Today, we're going to talk about bumper car. I like this one.
That was such a fun myth to test.
That was a good one.
How did it feel being in the front car, trying to stop a car going 75 miles an hour with the throttle wide open? And wouldn't the acceleration of the car behind counteract the braking of the one in front?
That was you, right?
Yeah, it was pretty intense. I mean, getting in front of them wasn't that bad, but once I hit the brakes and they kept on the accelerator, I actually started, their wheels started smoking, my front wheels started dragging, and I actually wore down to the steel belts in the actual tire. So there was a lot of force there.
Plus, I recall you had to actively steer to stay in front of us as we're just kind of veering.
Well,
because
you guys were just like, "Whirr," and it was just kind of, kind of a game to kind of keep my car in front of your car, but it just kind of went wherever it wanted to go.
But how thrilling to be able to do this with, the 4-point harness and the helmet and you know that you're going to be okay, you're going to be safe, but it seems really dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay. Why wouldn't you just use the pit maneuver fender bump technique instead of the brake in front method? It seemed quicker and more efficient in stopping the car. Well, I mean, pit maneuver wasn't the myth. The myth was actually the slowing a car down by getting in front of it. It wasn't just any method that would work. It was this specifically.
Right. Yeah, and plus you need a lot of room for the pit maneuver. If you're on a small lane road, you're not going to be able to do that maneuver, so it would be better to get in front and slow the car down.
And it only works at lower speeds. If you're going really fast, you might just, the assailant or whoever's in the car would spin around and potentially just keep going.
Okay, so Tori's technique was better than Grant's unless there was a hostage in the trunk. I don't necessarily think it was better than Grant's. It was different.
But
These are two different techniques.
But you know what, though? That is, I was thinking about that, the whole stabbing into the back of the car. I mean, yeah, it did work pretty well. And the thing is, what if there was a hostage in the back of the car?
Or evidence.
You're done. I mean, you're going to skewer them.
But see, in this context, it was, a friendly person who maybe has had a heart attack or is asleep at the wheel or something like that. You're not necessarily chasing around bad guys.
Yeah, when you boom, puncture it and you open it up. Oh my God, he was transporting puppies in the back of his. Oh.
I would like to point out that they both worked. So
yes.
That's the important part. Okay. Now, if you saw someone have a heart attack at the wheel, what would you do?
Call 911. I know it's bad when you're on your phone in the car, but this is a case where I think you would start out by calling 911.
Well, it depends on it. Maybe if I'm in the car and the guy's having a heart attack, I might lean over and try to steer.
Right.
I gotta tell you, I mean, if we're on some back road and I just don't think an ambulance is gonna come, the method that we used, not out of the question to me. I think if it's an emergency situation and it's gonna save somebody's life, I think it's a possible method. I mean, I'd do it.
And then you gotta give them CPR. Because they're dying of a heart attack.
True, true. Well, hopefully by the time I've slowed the car to a stop, gotten him out, ambulance has showed up. Okay, last question here. What do we got? Carrie, have you ever been recognized in public? And if so, what is the weirdest, most awkward encounter? I've had definitely a few strange encounters. I think the most awkward, though, is a few times I've had people start talking to me as I'm walking into the stall of a bathroom, and then keep trying to talk to me as I'm peeing, and it's just really weird that they're kind of expecting me to answer, and I'm just like,
whoa.
Good question.
Really good
one.
question.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of the after show. Thanks for watching.